Hundreds have attended the first screening of the controversial John Pilger documentary Utopia at the Block in Redfern in inner Sydney. The film documents the state of Black Australia today, raising issues such as failed health policies, deaths in custody and the intervention. NITV's Ben Henderson has more.
For the first time in Australia, John Pilger's new film Utopia screened in front of hundreds on the sites of the iconic flag in Redfern.
I come here to see this show because John Pilger's, whatever his criticisms, has always been someone to really say straight talk about Aboriginal issues.
I feel very honoured to be a part of Utopia and very grateful to be able to make a contribution to a very important film that's going to change a lot of minds and hearts and souls, hopefully, for a lot of people.
A confronting and unknown subject for some, a sad and relevant truth for others.
People say, well, we know all that. On ABC Radio, they said, well, we knew that and it's inexplicable. Well, they know it up to a point, and it's not inexplicable. I mean, the extraordinary thing is that most Australians haven't a clue about what happened in the past. We have frontier wars that were much more savage and bloody in this country than they had in the United States.
John Pilger has long criticised the Australian government and media's treatment of our mob and has made several documentaries on the subject, the first being The Secret Country. Since then, the intervention has been introduced.
But in 2007, I was reminded that another one was needed, and that was a response to one of the most savage attacks on Indigenous Australia, known as the intervention. So when Mr. Brough and Mr. Howard announced that the army was going into the Northern Territory, that's when I began planning this film.
Rosalie Kunoth-Monks says Utopia will educate Australia about the ongoing mistreatment of our peoples.
Utopia and the courage of John Pilger will let you know that was an absolute lie, and no government should be able to do that and get away with it in a certain section of our community in Australia.
Pilger hopes this film will raise questions on the truth and denigration of Black Australia.
The film is probably made principally for non-Indigenous Australians. I hope that gives them no out, actually. What they get out of it will be information if they want to take that information, upon which they might act or not. But it's meant to have no out. This is the truth about Indigenous Australia.
Ben Henderson, NITV News.